From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier, cultural choice.
I ain't hear nothing.
All right.
There you go.
I'm up here talking. All
right, hold on. Let me get my. I'm up here just talking away. I could have swore I unmuted my microphone, but the microphone was still muted. How y'all doing? I'm here. I'm here, guys. I know y'all was sitting here like, what the hell is going on? I'm in here, guys, and it's almost 200 people in here already. So yeah, I didn't have the unmute button. I thought I took the unmute button off. It pops back on, but it is what it is. How's everybody doing, man? I hope you guys had a great weekend so far. Hope you guys are having a great start of the week so far. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get started, just reminding you guys, beginning of the week, that's when that first of the week must kicks in. So if you do not want to be musty for the rest of the week, you go get that Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com. Get your Rootwork deodorant on. It's on and popping. What's up, Nikki the God? I see you, beloved. One thing, first, I gotta say, R.I.P. Rest in power to Mr. Dexter King, Dr. Martin Luther King's son. He passed away today, so R.I.P. Rest in power to the son of the great Dr. King. He was a rider. His dad was a rider. He's up there with his mom and dad and the family, so much respect to him. And rest in power to him. Condolences to the family. Condolences to the family. Shout out to them. All right. Other stuff we got to touch on. I saw something, guys, that was very interesting. I saw something very interesting. They were talking about the black birth rate. The black birth rate, according to some of these articles, they're saying that in the last 10 years, or was it the last 2 decades, I think, in the last couple of decades, the black population has risen 30% in America. The foundational black American population has risen 32%. So they're saying that there's about 47 million foundational black Americans. I think it's more, to be honest. To be honest, I think it's more. And juxtapose that to the declining birth rates of some folks in the dominant society. Their birth rates are declining. Here, over in Asia, those birth rates are declining. North Korea, and a lot of those places over there, those birth rates are really, really dipping low. And the dominant society's birth rates are dipping low here, while the FBA birth rates are growing exponentially. So listen, why do y'all think this flood of immigration thing is happening right now? This is what they've always done when there's been population growths and spurts within foundational black American society. What they do, they open up them floodgates. European immigrants or wannabe European immigrants, they open up them gates heavy. They did that after slavery. After we got our freedom during antebellum slavery, formal slavery, they saw all the black freedmen establishing towns and schools and that money in the bank. When they saw that Freedman Bank, that money swell up in that bank, and they saw how much money we could accumulate, they were like, oh, Bring us your tired, hungry, weak, and whoop-de-whoop. Well, they opened up that floodgate and started letting immigrants come over here to quell our numbers. And that's what we're seeing now. There's a reason why it's like a frantic mission to get all of these people over here. Notice that? Notice it's almost like a desperation to get all of these other groups over here. That's for us. That's to squash our numbers. That's really all it's about, family. I'm telling you, that's all it's about. When it boils down, that's what it is. We better understand how anti-black racism works. This country, the white supremacists established an anti-black edict. Everything is in the context of anti-black racism. Now we have a Somali person in here trying to get on. All right, Somali Pan-African. I wasn't going to take calls now, but you're making a lot of gestures, so I guess you want to get on, sir. What's on your mind, Somali? I'm good, man. How are you? You
Brother,
seem like you have a lot to say. Go ahead.
yeah, I just wanted to just get your expert opinion because a lot of Pan-Africans are saying that in order for Black Americans to succeed in this new century, you need us as Africans and Caribbeans to boost your numbers. I just wanted to know what is your thoughts on that? Thank you very much,
Um,
brother.
okay. All right. The thoughts are no, because it's a bunch of y'all over there and you guys are not getting it popping. You got to be codified. A bunch of people who are not codified is a big ass nothing burger. There's a bunch of black folks in the Caribbean. There's already a bunch of black folks in Africa, powerless, trying to get the hell out of there. No, let's just keep it real. Powerless and trying to bounce. Now, why are they powerless? And it's so many of them over there. Africa's full of black people. Well, some of them don't consider themselves black, but that's neither here nor there. People with the physiology of blackness, whatever you want to say, however you want to word it. But it's powerlessness going on over there. Why is that? The powerlessness is over there because they are not codified. That's the secret sauce right there. If you all don't have a code, you're always going to be ruled by the people who do have a code. And over in Africa, over in the Caribbean, everybody's off code with each other. They're not on code. The tribalism is insane. That's what it is. And they hold on to these tribal differences that are not even practical now. They should have charged them shits to the game a long time ago and got codified on a unified front. They won't. And they've been sitting here letting us hold the mantle of Pan-Africanism because they understand how codified we are as foundational Black Americans. We have our differences here and there. We have knuckleheads here, knuckleheads there. But generally, foundational Black Americans are the most codified Black people on the planet. We can put things aside long enough to get things popping when people are not infiltrating us and getting in our mix. We know how to get on code because we don't have tribal differences over here. We all know that we're one group and we get treated as one group. I'm not talking about the individual Sambos like the Tim Scotts and all of that, who's distanced themselves from Black society. They can't come among us. In Black society, foundational Black American culture, we're codified enough to get things done. And we've been holding up the mantle of global blackness, and people have been kind of riding that coattail. And now that's why people have such a problem with us delineating when we're saying, hey, you know what, we're going to kind of focus on foundational Black American issues. No, 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 nigga, no, nigga, don't do that, don't do that. Because now all of the off code groups, they got to hold their own nuts now. People depend on us. Now that we're saying we ain't putting the cape on for everybody, now there's a panic going on. You see? So it's a very interesting dynamic. Let's get some more people in here. A lot of people. We get Dan. Let's get Dan in here. Mr. Dan. Mr. Dan. Waiting on Dan.
Yeah, what's up, Tariq?
Good.
I have
Good.
a
What's up,
question.
Dan? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. On what you said about the increase in birth rate. Um, are mixed people accounted in that number?
Yeah, because they're still classified as black.
Okay. That, yeah, that was just the question I was asking. Is there any
Yeah.
figures on fully Black American individuals?
No, we don't do that over here, sir. That's the thing. See, over there, y'all have the coloreds and the blacks, especially in South Africa and places like that. The lighter skinned blacks, y'all, they're their own little separate group. And no. That's the problem over there.
No, I
We don't
respect
have
that.
that over here. You feel what I'm saying? We don't have that.
No, I
We're
feel
black. We all black. That's how we look at it. Thank you, Dan.
yeah.
Yeah, see. My African and Caribbean brothers, let me listen, I ride with you, even though I'm hell on a tether. But some of our brothers from Africa and the Caribbean, we rock with you. Y'all still family. We do rock with you. Even though we have different ethnic backgrounds, we rock with you if you are a rider. If you're a rider, true ally, true family member, we ride with you. We rock with you. But that tribal thing, nah. This thing where you want to undermine the next tribal group or ethnic group, no, we don't do that. That's not a part of our culture. We don't do that. You see, we don't do that. But we won't allow that to happen to us, though. We will check tethers. Now, when tethers come around and we see that this person has some kind of ethnic beef against us, we're not going to let them undermine us now. But if you're a rider, we ride with you. Professor, Mr. Professor, hop on.
Hey, good evening, Flex. This is Alon. I'm from Birmingham, from West End.
Oh,
I just wanted
that's
to,
my stomping
yeah, I
ground.
know, I
Yes,
know,
indeed. Yes, sir.
yeah. Well, Tuscaloosa Avenue in the house. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
what I want to ask you real quickly, since we're talking about being on code, I'm a scholar, and I did some research and kind of saw some things that gave me the impression that the civil rights, the integration civil rights act of 1964 was
Yeah.
created to keep us off code. What's your thoughts on that?
No. Well, the thing is, they threw in a lot of trick bag words like minority and all of that. We let them do that, and we should not have let them do that because there was two civil rights acts. The one in 1968, that was the one that really had teeth in it because they were forced to sign that because of what was going on in the streets. I think they signed it April 11th, 1968. I'm kind of paraphrasing. I think it's around that time. I know it was a few days after Dr. King was assassinated and the streets turned up. So Lyndon B. Johnson hurried up and said, okay, yeah, everybody got equal rights. Um, all minorities. And they mentioned something about Native Americans in there too. I got to look at the document and see. But we let them put little words in, and we got to be very careful about every word. Nearly Fuller teaches us about this. The white supremacists are very good at manipulating us with words. So if you let them slip one word in there that's janky, it'll throw the whole thing into chaos. And we let them in those civil rights acts in the 1960s, instead of saying we're going to do things for black people or the Negroes or whoever, we let them say, hey, okay, these black people are treated horribly, so let's make it equal and we're going to give some equitable rights to minorities. And then they started making minorities anybody. Then they start making white women minorities. Before the 60s, white women were not considered minorities. A lot of folks don't know that. Before the 1960s, white women were not considered minorities at all. They tacked on the white feminist movement to the civil rights movement. Another mistake, another damn mistake. So we're sitting here getting our heads knocked in. They say, okay, we're going to give some things to minorities, and that includes those white women who's part of the feminist movement, and that too. And we went along with it. And now we see how that works out. You see? Every little word, man, we got to watch it. That black and brown, we got to watch that. Not, well, forget about watching it. We got to throw that out anytime we hear it. Anytime we hear black and brown, that has to go out the door. The minute you're somewhere at a meeting or anywhere and the term black and brown comes up, it's a wrap. Throw the whole meeting out. It's in the trash right there. You better learn how to key in on certain words. I'm telling you, if I'm sitting around somewhere and I'm at a meeting or some kind of committee or conference and we're talking about what black folks should get, and the minute I hear black and brown, like, oops, all right, that's my cue. This thing is trash. Remember, Nikki Haley was running around here talking about as a brown girl. Racist ass anti-black Nikki Haley's running around here talking about growing up as a brown girl, and black and brown people shouldn't be told that there's racism because that's gonna make a black and brown child feel like they can't succeed. You don't speak for me. You threw in the towel. You're running around here classifying yourself as white. You've been psychologically defeated. Don't speak for me and my kids. They defeated you already. And Vivek and all of these people running around here sucking up to people. You've been defeated. Let's get Chris in here. We got a lot of folks in here. All right, let's get Chris, and then we'll get I guess Black Native. Then we'll get Big Zeke. We'll get everybody in here.
Yeah, when you talk about defeat, you talked about bussy though. Like that's an ultimate defeat for black men, and they are still popping a bussy mentally.
Yeah, the buck breaking is real. Buck breaking is very, very real. And that is a problem with a lot of moist dudes out here who have been buck broken, and they will not fight the system. They'll just sit around whining to dudes. And that's the part of being buck
And
broken
we
too.
and they, I'm talking about today in this age, they are still popping a bussy for white men, like mentally, on their knees, spreading cheeks for these white men, bro. It's not a lot of masculine men like you that are and me. I'm saying you like I'm the you feel me? It's not a
Right,
lot
right,
of them
right.
standing tall, bro. Women are now dominating. The black females are now dominating and leading the nation, and I'm kind of worried because the table is looking real thin for us, bro. Like for men, like these niggas is asking women, what did they bring to the table? And a woman is not supposed to bring anything to the table but that juicy punani and wisdom.
Okay. All right. Not the juicy punani. All right. What if it's dry? All right. Let's get Black Native.
Hey, good morning. Well, it's morning time over here. I'm on the East Coast, Tariq.
Good
It's
morning,
my
dear.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you,
So,
dear.
but
What's
thank
your
you so
what's
much.
what's your club age? What do you tell niggas at the club? If
Look,
y'all have
I'm
two
20,
ages.
I'm 26.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So what's on your mind, dear?
Yeah, I was watching your your commentary on Tim Scott with the bucket of the eyes. What do
Lordy.
you think about you? I can't take it with you. You are so funny.
Yeah.
What do you think about the white wife that he his new fiance?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Let me thank you for the question. Tim Scott coincidentally just got engaged to some white woman. Listen, truth. This is my conjecture. I think they done went and hired a white woman somewhere. I think they done went and hired a woman. I think this Sambo is campaigning to be vice president, and you know that you know to be a president, a vice president. You want somebody who's married. They're real big on that. Somebody who has a significant other. That's why they had. Remember Cory Booker? They went and got that jive ass relationship with him and Rosario. Ain't that her name? That fake ass relationship that didn't nobody believe. Oh, Cory Booker was killing us. He was like, yes, I'm in a relationship, and I'm real excited. I got a girlfriend, and I hug her and I kiss her. It just didn't even sound natural. Like, nigga, we know you hankering for some damn pussy. You want to be up there with Andrew Gillum in one of them hotels. So they had him in an allegedly fake relationship with Rosario. It looks so damn phony. It looked like they didn't slipped her a bag. And Tim Scott, I think they didn't rented him a white woman from Karen's or Us somewhere. They went to Karen's or Us and got him a white woman. They rented her. They gave her a little bag to sit up here and watch this Negro buck his eyes and protrude them gums. The gums and the eyes just be working overtime. I don't believe that relationship for 1 second. It's real cool, convenient that he's out here on the campaign trail with Trump bucking them eyes and got this white woman there. And I'm going to see how that's going to play out because they're pandering to that base, that alt-right base. You got to understand, Trump's base is, he has a lot of these alt-right people. So I want to see how that plays out with that crowd because that usually don't work. That backfires. That usually doesn't work. See, they like a Ben Carson because Ben Carson still has a black lady. You think Ben Carson still has a black lady, and a lot of these Sambos who are right wing, and I'm not knocking anybody for being right wing. Being right wing doesn't make you a Sambo, but being right wing and you bucking your eyes and sticking out your gums, that's Sambo-ish. You running up with the white woman, that ain't gonna play well. What was that other Sambo out there in Kentucky? Daniel, what is his name? I have old nigga memory. I be forgetting so much stuff. I got old nigga memory. What's the guy? Is it Daniel Cameron? I think that's his name out there in Kentucky. And he showed up with his white woman cupcaking, and then his numbers started dwindling a little bit. The numbers kind of went down. You see, because now people see the game. They see the con game. They know that these dudes are buck dancing and samboing for some Karen cakes. They know that, and them busting them Karen cakes open. That's why those black birth rates are still rising up. You see, so some of those dudes could possibly be the spooks who sat by the door. They're busting open them Karen cakes, and them black birth rates are rising up. You getting little baby Daniel Camerons running around here, and you might have a little baby Tim Scott running around here with little baby gums. When the teeth come in, it's gonna be all gums and one tooth. But you know, the white supremacists see that and they get a little nervous. Yeah. So it's a very interesting dynamic. Let's get the anarchist in here. I see you, Nathaniel. We're gonna get you in a minute. We got our house white supremacists in here. The anarchist, hop in and
Peace, Tariq.
what's up, brother? How are
I'm
you?
good, man. I'm good, man. It's good to talk to you, brother.
Yes, sir, man. What's on your mind, my brother?
Man, what's on my mind is I assume you know about what happened with the Little Boom academic situation because you posted about it.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. The dude, man, there's a video of Lil Boom saying he's Somalian.
right,
There's a
right.
video of him saying,
I hope,
and he looks Somalian.
yeah,
He don't look like that.
he kind of a weird looking dude. I hope that's true because he does troll a lot. So I really hope when you posted it, I was like, man, thank God because man, this dude, I wanted to tell you there was like they like took him to homie court academics did. It was like a 5-6 hour Twitch live chat. They was in the Discord. And I was damn near in there for the whole thing. And I just wanted to say one thing that really ticked me off about it, man, is because I know academics is Jamaican. You say Little Boom is Somalian, and I know his audience is a bunch of tethers. Like I know it's some FBA, but it's a bunch of tethers, bro. But in that chat, they were like trying to like kind of explain a little bit and one dude even said, "Oh, can we just have him apologize and forgive him?" And even academics had to be like, "Whoa, we look crazy if we do that." Like, it was really making me
Right.
angry, bro. I'm like, how can these dudes sit up here and try to, you know what I'm saying? This dude was, found guilty of touching little girls. Like, Man, I
Yeah,
can't even believe like they was actually there having that discussion. Like, could we just still be friends? And I'm like, bro, this is the weirdest stuff I've ever had to listen to. Like, you know,
because because truth be told, man, and no shade, but a lot of that stuff is normal in those other countries where they come from. That stuff is normal. They do that kind of stuff openly. So whatever dude is, he ain't FBA. We know that. All right. And a lot of these things that we see on social media, especially on YouTube, a lot of these channels, I notice they're for tethers and kids. A lot of kids watch these channels. Like you got these weird white boys who play these video games and just say real goofy stuff all day, and then you got the I Show Speed guy. I saw something with him that was very disturbing. The I Show Speed guy, because white boys love him. He's a black kid, I think, from Ohio somewhere, and he just does real tweakish things on those little gamer shows. And they flew him down to Brazil. They fly him out all over the place, and they flew him down to Brazil, and he was with a bunch of dudes dancing around, and one of the dudes slipped his finger around his Bucci cat. It was real weird, and this I Show Speed dude didn't do anything. I'm like, what kind of buck breaking stuff is this? It's weird stuff, man. A lot of these dudes are weird. Let's get Smooth in here. Smooth, what's up, man? Then we're gonna get into things.
Hey, hey, what's up, Tariq, man? I just want to say, just like I'm not gonna like go on for like 2 minutes or anything. I do like how you mentioned Daniel Cameron, and I do like how previously when I got into the room, you guys were mentioning Tim Scott. I
Yeah.
look at those guys like they are Uncle Toms. You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean? They are
Oh yeah.
Uncle Toms. They are not black. And Ben Carlson too. If you want to, put them all in one category, they are exactly the epitome of what black people should be representing. You know what I mean? Because they just are yes men, and all they do is bow down to the white man. And I'm not saying like we need to be racist or anything. Me being black, you know what I mean? I still can respect the Republican Party because if you go back in history, yes, the Republicans did release the slaves, but now the Republican Party has changed to the Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party turned into the Republican Party back then. You know what I mean?
Now,
So,
now here's the thing. Now, even though Ben Carson he does this Samboing, I'll give credit where credit is due. He is a brilliant surgeon. Now he does have a career as a brilliant surgeon. This guy's phenomenal. So he's true to the game. So that he doesn't have to be a Sambo. I don't know why he does it. Now, Daniel Cameron and Tim Scott, they don't have any other skills. Cooning is life for them. So that's what they do. That's their career. They're career coons. But Ben Carson, he's a part-time coon. So there's levels to the cooning. But and I understand where you're coming from as far as the Republicans and the Democrats, and they'll change parties like they change clothes, which is true. That's why I don't trip. I don't let them play the hot potato game when it comes to who's racist. They love to point the finger. Well, the Republicans are the racists, or the Democrats are the racists. That's a con game. Don't go for that.